this is the October 10th meeting, the Zoning Board of Appeals. First up,
Appeal number 2019-041, Zaro Javakishvili, 475 Hamilton Avenue, Riverhead. Tax map number 600-123-276.1, RA 40 zoning, for variances and a relief from Chapter 301, Section 11, where front yard setback is 40 feet and minimum required is 50 feet, where side yard setback is 20 feet and minimum required is 25 feet, and Section 222E, where proposed addition with reconstruction of dwelling increases the gross floor area, effectively increasing the degree of nonconformity of non-conforming lot.
anyone here representing those folks?
Yes, Doris.
Oh, please, step up. No, to the microphone, right up there.
Microphone.
There you
Podium.
go. That's all right. Now, just pull the microphone down. There you go, and just speak right into the microphone.
Pull
And
it
if you-
even down further.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Good. Just state your name and your address.
My name is Taro Javakishvili. My address is 475 Hamilton Avenue, Riverhead, New York, 11901.
All right, would you explain to us exactly what you want to do with your property?
Yes, I got a problem. My house is blown up, and I need to demolition this house and build up a new one, new house.
Okay.
I need a variance something.
Is this your house that you're living in?
Yes, yes.
Because it seemed to be like kind of torn apart already. Aren't they doing work on it already?
Not here.
Nothing?
No.
Was there a fire there?
Yes, I have a fire there.
Okay, so there was work being done on it, but you needed a variance?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Anyone on the board have any other questions or problems?
I just don't know why. it's
Anyone out in the audience to be heard on this matter?
variance.
Because now the new setback is there.
No, I know, it's kind of silly.
I guess because maybe they're taking it down instead, but
Okay, let's have a
I
meeting.
don't have the application.
you want to know?
I have.
Oh.
You want me to-
Ready?
I'm ready.
I move that the appeal of 475 Hamilton Avenue, Riverhead, tax map number 600-123-2-76.1, RA 40 zoning for variances and relief from Chapter 301, Section 11, where the front yard setback is 40 feet and the minimum required is 50 feet, where the side yard setback is 20 feet and the minimum required is 25 feet, and Section 222E, where a proposed addition with reconstruction of a dwelling increases the gross floor area, effectively increasing the degree of nonconformity in a nonconforming lot, be granted in accordance with the application and the sketches with the amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
Second.
All right, Mr. Seabrook.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mrs. Worthington.
Aye.
Mr. Barnes.
Aye.
And I vote aye. So your appeal has been granted, so you can go on with your construction. You'll have the paperwork in about 2 weeks,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Good luck.
So I need to demolition. First house is going demolition. Okay.
Do you have a demolition permit yet?
Almost I have, yes.
Okay,
All right,
good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
very good luck.
Have a good night.
Thank you very much.
Have a
I
safe
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Everything's fine, you're good.
You good?
You can go home.
You're
You're
good.
welcome.
You're good.
Have a safe one.
Okay, young lady, you have to go.
Appeal number 2019-043, Eileen Feeney, 55 4th Street, South Jamesport. Tax map number 600-9147.2, RB 40 zoning, for variances and or relief from Chapter 301, Section 17, where proposed rear yard setback is 15.7 feet and minimum required is 75 feet.
And
Good
you
evening.
are?
I'm William Hennessy, architect for the property owner, with offices at 11 Chester Court, Huntington, New York.
Just raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Again, state your name and your address.
Okay, it's William Hennessy, 11 Chester Court, Huntington, New York.
Mr. Hennessy, you have the floor.
Okay, essentially what my client is proposing to do, there's an existing about 12-foot by 14-foot open wood deck located in the rear yard that she has properly permitted now. She wants to demolish that, take it down, reconstruct it slightly larger, about 14 by 14, with a roof covering over the top of it. She also wants to add an outdoor shower adjacent to that deck structure. And then closer to the rear yard is a ground level deck that's 16 foot by 6 foot in width, place to put her barbecue. The lot's non-conforming. She's in a 1 acre zoned area. Her property's only 10,000 square feet. There's no way that we can achieve any sorts of compliance. The deck currently is located in the best place it could possibly be in the rear yard with the least impact to the neighbors. There's no view to Willow Street. There's a landscape buffer along the side yard there. You can't even see it. So the only people really affected are at the rear property line and at the west property, adjacent neighbors. And essentially, that's our application. We're asking for relief on a rear yard setback.
All right, Mr. Hennessy. Anybody on the board have any questions?
The roof, the covered porch that you're putting on in the back,
Yes.
what are the walls gonna consist of?
Essentially, there's a railing, and then there's a...
Oh, it's open.
It's gonna be open. There's screen curtains that will be mounted to the inside that come down and attached to the floor with magnets.
So
But
it's not gonna
open.
be finished off as like additional living space or?
No. It's an open space.
Okay. Anyone else to be heard on this matter? Any other questions? Let's have a reading.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the appeal of Eileen Feeney, 55 Fort Street, South Jamesport, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 17, where proposed rear yard setback is 15.7 feet and a minimum required is 75 feet, be granted in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
Second.
All right, Mr. Barnes.
Aye.
Mrs. Worthington.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mr. Seabrook.
Aye.
And I vote aye. See, the appeal has been granted. In approximately 2 weeks, all the paperwork be finished for you.
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome. Best of luck. Give it a roll on there, young lady.
Appeal number 2019-044, St. John the Baptist Ukrainian Catholic Church, 820 Pondview Road, Riverhead, tax map number 600-12632, RA 40 zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 249C4, where proposed front setback is 10.5 feet, and minimum required is 15 feet, and proposed side yard setback is 11.6 feet, and minimum required is 25 feet.
Well. If you kindly raise your right hand, do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Kindly state your name and your address.
Bob Panchek, 58 Tyler Drive, Riverhead.
All right, Mr. Panchek, you have the floor. Let's hear what your story is.
What's that?
He wants to
What do
hear
you-
your story.
Oh, what's our story? We're looking to replace an existing sign that's located behind the tree, closer than the new sign will be.
Do you plan on keeping that sign that's currently there, still there?
No, it'll be removed.
You're gonna take it out completely,
Correct.
and then you're just gonna put the new sign there,
No, the new sign goes
where it's on the survey?
Right.
Right.
in front of the flagpole,
Yes, okay, very good.
diagonally to both streets.
Well, I don't see anybody from any of the other churches here to complain about it, so I guess we'll let you slide on this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else?
Anyone else to be heard on this matter? Let's have a reading.
Okay, well, I move that the appeal of St. John's the Baptist Ukrainian Catholic Church at 821 Pondview Road, Riverhead, Suffolk County Tax Map 126-3-2, in the RA 40 zoning for variance and relief from Chapter 301, Section 249C4, where the proposed front yard setback is 10 foot 5 feet and the minimum required is 15 feet, and the proposed side yard setback is 11.6 feet and the minimum required is 25 feet. Be approved in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
Second.
All right. Mr. Seabrook.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mrs. Worthington.
Aye.
Mr. Barnes.
Aye.
And I, of course, vote aye. So best of luck. Father, good seeing you. I know how to say goodnight in Polish, but how is it in Ukrainian? Well, it's the same thing. Dobranoc. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good seeing you. Off we go.
Appeal number 2019-045, Riverhead Commons LLC, 720 800 Old Country Road, Riverhead, tax map number 682-317, SC zoning for variances and or relief from chapter 301, section 249E6, where proposed aggregate square footage is 120 square feet, maximum permitted is 60 square feet, and section 249E3, where proposed panel size is 10 square feet and maximum allowed is 8 square feet.
And if you kindly raise your right hand, you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Kindly state your name and your address.
My name is Richard Israel. The office address is 889 Harrison Avenue, Riverhead, New York. I am the owner of Riverhead Commons, located at formerly 780 Old Country Road, to be now known as 700 through 800 Old Country Road. I'm here today to discuss a variance on the pylon directory sign proposed for the medical complex. The complex consists of a four-building campus. The buildings are 2,500 square feet, 9,000 square feet, 20,700 square feet, and 15,000 square feet. I had previously asked the ZBA for a variance to construct 2 pylon signs, one at each entrance, and it was suggested that we wait until the complex is approved to determine the need for 2 signs. The board at that time indicated that a single sign would be preferred, and I agree with that now. So we have created a sign that you have in front of you that we think is kind of unique and easy to read. We have enlarged the sign placards by a foot wider, as most medical tenants have long names and associations with health systems. The buildings have more than one tenant, and we'd like to try to keep the lettering to be a proper size so that it is legible and hopefully on a single line so that we can put more than one tenant on each placard. And each of the placard signs are internally lit from behind, so that will help with the visibility at night. We wanted to create a distinctive sign monument that will identify the buildings also. The building numbers are set to a single side of each of the placards so that people know which building they are to go to, and these numbers are also internally lit. When we place all together the structure of the pylon, it grows in height and width, causing the pylon to become non-compliant. The sign will match the complex in design, textures, and finishes. It will not look out of place, but conform to the look of the campus. It's important that the pylons show the names, the campus, the numbers of the building, and their occupants. Not all tenants will make it to the pylon sign because of its restrictive size on each placard. We believe we've created a well-designed sign that will serve the tenants and their clients for ease of identifying where they have to go in the complex and what they need. If you have any questions, I'm here.
Anyone on the board?
Is this similar to the signs that you have on the Northville Turnpike 58 project?
So it's being built by the same person who has helped us. That sign company is actually very good. It's different. That sign only indicates, on that property, that sign indicates the complex name. It says Northville Commerce Park. There are 2 other pylon signs, one at each entrance, which has the 4 different buildings and their tenants. We've learned from that sign a little bit that we try to make it a little flashy. It was downlit, from the top. It becomes hard to read at night because of the reflection of the silver sign. So in discussing it with the sign maker, he said, we're better off to create a light box in the back And this way, the letters of the sign will really come out at night and people won't struggle with it. So, he's helped us with the design of this sign, and, you know, we've kind of created the placards, and originally, we were gonna have the sign with the numbers on both sides be opposite, and they said there's no reason for that. As you drive down the road, we can leave the light box as a single thing, so when you head easterly, the numbers will be on the left side. When you head westerly, they'll be on the right side. It doesn't matter, as long as people can, you know, it became that there might be two different light boxes in two different places. So he said by illuminating the letters and illuminating the placards, we would be fine. Each, it's not part of this variance, but each building has individual number letters kind of on the building, which will mimic what we have on this sign, individual letters that are in their own light boxes. So,
Okay. Well, we don't see anyone out in the audience with any objections. Anybody on the board have any questions? As always, Mr. Israel, do a nice job.
we keep trying.
You do it pretty well. All right, let's have a reading.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the appeal of Riverhead Commons LLC, Old Country Road, Riverhead, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 249E6, where proposed aggregate square footage is 120 square feet and maximum permitted is 60 square feet, and Section 249E3, where proposed panel size is 10 square feet and maximum allowed is 8 square feet, be granted in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
Second.
All right, Mr. Barnes.
Aye.
Mrs. Worthington.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mr. Seaver.
Aye.
And I vote aye. So
Thank
again,
you.
your appeal has been granted. You know the process. So
You got it.
Good luck.
Best of luck.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of the last meeting?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Mr. Israel, pleasure.